Symptoms of Being Human by Jeff Garvin. Chapter 1. New post. One or the other. October 1st, 6:55 a.m. The first thing you're going to want to know about me is, am I a boy or am I a girl? I stop typing and stare at the cursor, which flashes at me insistently as if mocking my inability to write one stupid post. Riley, it's my mom calling me from downstairs in her sing-songy voice. If you still want to be early, you'd better come down for breakfast. I glance at the clock. I'm not really running that late, but I want to get a lay of the land while the campus is still mostly empty. I'll be down in a minute, I say, then click delete, slam my laptop shut, and slide off my bed. At least I can tell Dr. Ann I tried. I stop in front of the mirror to examine myself. I don't know if this look will help me blend in at my new school, but it definitely exudes a sort of existential punk vibe. Like, I care so much I don't care, which feels distinctly me. As a last touch, I smash down my bangs so they hide as much of my face as possible. You'll have to do. Downstairs, my mother gives me a wide smile. First day, she says. I manage to smile in return, and then I grab a box of cereal from the pantry and sit down at the table across from my dad. Ready to conquer Park Hills High? He says. Then he looks up from his tablet, and his smile wilts as he notices my outfit. I'm wearing a pair of jeans and my dad's old Ramones t-shirt, which I've modified to fit my smaller frame. Black Doc Martens, synthetic ones, no cows were harmed in the making of my shoes, round out the ensemble. I'm grateful that I don't have to wear a uniform anymore. I remember how suffocating it was to be confined to the same identity day after day, regardless of how I felt inside. But the truth is, it doesn't matter how I feel, because however I show up today, people will expect me to look the same tomorrow, including my parents. So my only choice is to go neutral. Is that my Ramon shirt? Dad says. Once upon a time, I say. He clears his throat. Riley, are you sure that's how you want to present yourself on your first day? I open my mouth, then close it without saying anything. Dad gestures at me with his grapefruit spoon. You only get one chance at a first impression. I want to scream. Like I don't know that, but instead I say, I guess I'm hedging my bets. I want to see how the kids at public school dress. I don't want to overdo it and end up looking stupid. Dad seems to consider, then nods his head approvingly. By appealing to his sense of strategy, I've averted the Inquisition. For now. 10 minutes later, the three of us pile into Mom's minivan. I've agreed to let both parents escort me on my first day, but only on the condition that we not take the black Lincoln. I don't want anyone to see Dad's government license plates and connect Riley Kavanaugh with Congressman Kavanaugh. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but that kind of notoriety is the last thing I need on top of everything else. We turn out of our gated community and onto Imperial Highway. The closer we get to the school, the more butterflies flap around in my stomach. I don't know what to expect. At Immaculate Heart, it was impossible for someone like me to avoid being singled out. The school was just too small and too conservative. Maybe the people here will be more open-minded, or at the very least, maybe I'll be able to blend in. Finally, we reach the top of Lions Ridge, and Park Hills High School comes into view. It's a massive U-shaped concrete abomination, surrounded by wrought iron gates encrusted with 10 years of accumulated green paint. Hey, I say, you can just pull over and drop me off here. It's a steep walk, honey, Mom says. We'll drop you at the front. Mom, we talked about the honey thing. Right, she says. Sorry. Please, you guys, I just want to walk in. You mean you don't want to make an entrance? Dad says, a smile turning up on one corner of his mouth. I blink at him. He couldn't misunderstand me more if he actively tried, but if believing that will keep him from making a scene out of my arrival, I'll fake it. Yeah, I say, I guess I do. Mom glances at me in the rearview mirror, her eyes narrowed, and I get the feeling she sees through my lie. She starts to say something, then seems to change her mind and just presses her lips together instead. Dad pulls to the curb and turns to face me. You're smart and resourceful, Riley, he says. Put yourself out there and you'll be an asset to this campus. But I don't want to be an asset. I want to be invisible. As they pull away, Mom gives me an ironic princess wave, and Dad makes devil horns with one hand. I roll my eyes, wait impatiently for the van to turn the corner, and then look around to get my bearings. I'm about 50 yards from the school entrance where a few clusters of students are beginning to form. I let out a long, slow breath and start toward the gates. A green SUV pulls into the circular drive, and a blonde girl in a short skirt climbs out. As she approaches her friends, she walks past a circle of guys passing around a basketball. One of them wolf whistles at her, and she gives him the finger. Then it's my turn to walk past them. My heart beats faster as I get close. I keep my head down and try to blend in with the concrete. To my relief, no one says anything to me. I've dodged the first bullet. I'm only a few yards away from the big green gates now. All I have to do is make it past the group of girls, and then I'll be on campus, where I can disappear into a crowd. But as soon as I draw closer, two of the girls look up and notice me. I glance away, but I feel their eyes on me, scrutinizing, categorizing. I've been through this before, and it shouldn't get to me, but today it does. My skin breaks out in goosebumps, and I wrap my arms around myself and walk faster. "Oh my God," one of the girls says, and my head involuntarily turns to look at her. She's got long brunette hair and a small, perfect nose. "Holy shit, you guys!" She lowers her voice to a stage whisper, but I can still hear what she says. "Is that a girl or a guy?" A fit of giggles erupts from the group around her. My face goes hot. I walk faster, trying to escape the whispers. "No," another girl says. "That has to be a... Yeah, but look at what it's wearing." It. She called me it.